Three, two, one. Everyone, welcome to Zeitgeist Zealots. I'm Forrest,
Major.
And I am Tip.
and today we are going to discuss The Boys, episode four.
Five.
No, episode five,
Yeah, who we did four.
the Seth Rogen one. And yeah, this was very laden with celebrities. But
Yes,
it seemed like another filler episode, honestly.
it was. It's which is crazy because there's just so little time left in the season, in the series finale, and there's so much to do. It's like, is now really the time to be filling it with, and like, it's such a filler episode. I don't even think the writers knew what they were doing. Like, there was this kind of like attaché is not the right word because that's a gay word, but
Yeah.
there's this comfortability with like the writers, like I don't like it's being meta, but I don't know how meta it's being. Like there's a point where they're making fun of writers in Hollywood, but that was written by writers in Hollywood, so they're being
Yeah.
meta. But then the writers are also like coming off on top. I mean, not the end thanks to Soldier Boy and Butcher,
Uh-huh.
but like you know, like there wasn't a a a deference to the writers. You know, it wasn't like writers jerking themselves off, but at the same time, it was writers definitely jerking themselves off at the exact same time.
No. But what was that one guy from last season who could like make copies of himself? And he was like not jerking himself off, but um human centipedeing himself off.
Oh, who was
Remember that?
that? Yeah, who was that?
That was like the guy who was like Firecracker's assistant, but he's also like in love with her.
You know who's not in love with her? Soldier Boy, dude. What a snitch, dude. You can't be talking pillow talk, dude. That's wild. That Soldier Boy is warming up to his son, to Homelander. That is not a turn I saw coming in the episode, let alone the season. But let's break it all down. Let's get into it. We open up, and it's a commercial for the new Democratic Church of America.
Hmm.
Hoorah! I mean, like, maybe we should have a Democratic Church of America. If a lot of these assholes out here are just going to be like worshiping themselves, then like maybe we should be pledging allegiance every single morning, Monday through Friday.
Well,
I'm kidding, guys.
this
I'm
nation,
kidding.
well,
This is
this
terrible.
nation
Do we
is.
not know about separation of church and state?
Listen, if it's separate from state, if that's the free will of the people, they can make
They,
any.
they can do what they
Literally,
want.
anybody could found a company or a religious organization named whatever they want, and that is why the United States is so freaking awesome.
So great. You know,
Well,
you know, it'd be funny. A great
Like,
plot twist
do
would
whatever
be
you want, brother.
a great.
And if you mess up, and if you break enough rules like that are just basic established policy, well, then they're going to come for you and smash you.
You know, would actually be
But
great writing.
if you don't break rules,
They've broken all the rules. They've already broken all the
you,
rules.
you get on with it.
What would be great writing that they're never going to even touch? Like the white coats in Hollywood can't even sniff the fart particles of an idea this good. But if they took Homelander out, Stan Edgar becomes CEO of the Seven again, and they still keep on this church movement. Just at the last minute and a half of the season, he's like, "No, we're gonna keep doing the church thing, as a tax write off." Boom, credits. Like that would be such like a poignant
Right.
touch on like capitalism. It's like, no, actually, we should have done the religion thing the whole time. That way, we could just do a huge tax write off. Because I mean, Vought's the biggest company in the world. Why wouldn't they just go for a non-tax status, aka becoming a church?
well,
Um,
yeah, I know. Yeah, I think this is just a plan by
Whoa,
Homelander to avoid paying
that's
taxes.
dark.
this would be that would be great. No, unfortunately, it's not.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it's just his ego. He had
yeah.
a
I don't
milk
think.
dream.
Yeah, I honestly don't think Homelander worries anything about accounting or
No,
anything. Like
he's
he's
so
like in his
stupid.
own little like bubble. He's
You know
like,
why Homelander sucks? He's never paid his own
and like
taxes.
when he eats, it's just there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
He's not American. He's never paid his own taxes. He doesn't know what it's like. He's just
Right.
floating around in a little cape. And getting his own Bible, apparently. The Homelander Bible, I'm not gonna lie. If they sold that on like a special promotion, I'd grab one. I talked to the Lord upstairs real fast, make sure it's not sacrilege. But like, that's so funny. Like, it had like the Homelander. It was a really classy looking Bible right there. Now they're clearly just mocking the Trump Bible.
It's definitely literally the opposite of.
But what blows my mind is that they're trying, like, they have like a pitch meeting and they're trying to figure out like, how do we sell this to the American people? And then they come up with like, it's a brand new American Testament, right? Like, America is God's chosen people. And like, I was like, whoa. That's the Mormons, you fuckhead. The Mormons already did this.
Well,
the Mormons came up with the American Testament. The Mormons figured out that America was God's chosen people, not
time out. God's chosen people are the people who choose God.
Yeah, well,
That's
yes.
it.
For those
I
who
mean,
have actually,
not the Mormons.
for those who have actually read the
Yeah.
Bible, 100%, God's chosen people isn't, you know, the tiny hat community
Anybody,
in the Middle East. It's
but
not the
people
Mormons.
who choose God.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, it's
the
God's
only
chosen
thing.
people are the people who choose God.
Like,
it's kind of simple.
Except your
It's literally in the Bible.
salvation.
Anyway, go on. It's literally in the Bible. You fucktards.
Uh,
Speaking of being in the Bible,
Yeah.
a firecracker meets with her own her old pastor. That was a pretty poignant scene. I mean, like, to me, up to this point, Firecracker was just a hot Republican propagandist.
Worst scene of the series was when he killed her. Honestly,
You think?
There's no other scene.
Spoiling
Yeah,
ahead to
that was
to the end when Homelander kills. All right, we'll get to that in a second.
Oh,
Before
shit.
she,
Spoiler alert. Oh,
that's okay.
spoiler alert. Oh,
This show's all
okay.
about spoilers. We're coming out a week late. This show's all about spoilers.
Oh man.
But I'm glad they let her act before they killed her off. You know, I mean, there was this really impactful scene where she's meeting with her pastor at like a Denny's or a old style Waffle House, and then so did she. She was literally crying on air, talking like we got to see this is such good writing, which is atypical for the season so far. But you know, we hear about how great the fish fry was, and then 20 minutes later on live television, you know, like Firecracker's like breaking down in tears, talking about how he's using fish fries to take advantage of little girls. Like, gross! It's so disgusting, and it's such a poignant message on like the media and the people who are still watching the news on television. Like, if you're still watching CNN and you're watching this podcast, please reach out. ZeitgeistZealotsPodcast@gmail.com. We want to know more about you. We'll get you a grant. We're going to study you. It's just absolutely crazy. We would study everyone who still watches cable TV, but we just know it's people over 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who subscribes to cable? Is that anybody?
Yeah, just people over 60.
Other people?
Yeah, people over 60. Firecracker sleeps with Soldier Boy. We were talking about
good for them. Yeah, well, okay.
Pillow
So
talk.
The worst thing about that ending was
how sudden it was.
not that
I got a
he
reaction.
died.
It got a reaction out of me.
It was sudden. But like, Homelander has crossed a boundary. Like, he is.
What lines are there
He's
left to
going to
cross for
kill-
him?
The final one, dude.
No, dude, he's already had. He's crossed all the
things
lines.
are about to get very, very bad. I have not seen episode 6 yet.
You know what's crazy?
And
I haven't either.
I'm nervous. I have an existential fear of watching.
I do want to give a special shout out.
Forever.
I want to give a special shout out to the writers and the showrunner of the show for not making Homelander anti-Semitic, because I think that would just be too on the nose.
Good. Yeah.
Like, if he also hated Jews and this show is about like Homelander hating Jews, like that would just kill the entire show. I know that a couple of them wanted to. I know they wanted to fucking make the show about killing Jews, but I want to applaud the writing staff for not making this for not making Homelander literal Hitler 2.0. What were you saying, Forrest?
Good for them.
Yeah. Pat on the back.
Yeah. I forgot, but continue. So
Soldier Boy said, one of my favorite quotes, Soldier Boy said, if there is a God, he's certainly going to come out of my ball sack. Like, put that on a coffee mug. That should be like the first item Zeitgeist sells on our merchandising store. Is if there is a God, he's going to come out of my ball sack. Just a little coffee mug so you can drink it. That'd be such a funny coffee mug to bring into like corporate office. They'd be like, oh, you didn't watch The Boys? You're not hip? You're not cool? But what do you guys think? So let's talk big picture for a second. I don't know about you guys, but for like a whole minute and a half, I was really worried this was going to be a whole firecracker episode. Like, because instead of saying The Boys, it said Firecracker as like the title screen. And then there was like 5 or 7 minutes of Firecracker. And I was like, well, this will be interesting. This will be different. But I don't know if I want to watch a whole episode of Firecracker. But they kept switching. They did the Deep, Black Noir. They did Terror, Butcher's
Black
Dog.
Noir one was great.
Yeah, this was a fantastic. I think Heavy Spoilers called it like a Pulp Fiction episode. I've never seen Pulp Fiction, so I'll just have to take it at that.
It's a great movie. Don't watch it with your daughter though.
Oh, I won't.
It's not a kid-friendly movie.
We just watched. What's the sequel to Monsters Inc? Monsters University.
Monsters University. Yeah. That was a strange story for a kids movie.
It was, but I enjoyed it. I got my lulls in. My laughs per minute were high enough. I enjoyed it.
It kind of has a really weird message. Like, no matter how hard you work,
yes,
sometimes you're still going to fail.
No matter how hard you try and study, your ugly ass will never get the hot chick. Like, yeah, it's a very weird message, but it's also one of the strongest and most realist messages in all of kids' movies. Like, guys, it doesn't matter how hard you are. There's so much skill. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much hard. It doesn't matter how hard you are. The J.P. Morgan executive will sue you for it. You guys know what I'm talking about? Have you heard that story? The glamorous J.P. Morgan executive with the huge cannons. You haven't heard this? All right, well, this isn't the podcast for this, but there's a wild, frivolous lawsuit, sexual assault lawsuit going on with J.P. Morgan, where a guy got fired, and then he sued his J.P. Morgan and his boss for sexual harassment. And I mean, allegedly it's probably none of it's true, but it reads like the horniest 13-year-old of all time. Like, she's like, "Get look at these cannons," and like he's married to an Asian girl, and like one of the alleged text messages is like, "Forget your ugly ass fish head Asian wife," but like, which is like a nasty thing to say. But if you think about it,
dude,
he made it all up, so he's calling his own wife an ugly fish head Asian, and it's such a good story. No, it's better than anything Marvel and Ironheart have written. That's for damn sure.
What brilliance on his part.
Yes. But speaking of sexual harassment, let's talk about The Deep.
But also not.
All right, go ahead and hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed that segue.
Who sent an eel to eat that poor guy's butthole? That was probably the most violent death. That's probably the worst death.
That was so awful. And it's like, we got this. Like, so Black Noir fucks with The Deep. He breaks character. He speaks out loud, and he tells, "Oh, Father," that the Deep's a piece of shit, and he's just he's a leecher, right? He just every time
The Deep is horrific.
He is the worst. Yeah.
By all accounts and means, he is A
By every
villain
metric
of,
available, he is the worst.
like, absolutely retarded proportions. It's like he's just so.
He's still great though. As a character in the show, perfect. Great casting, great acting. He sucks so much. If this will be one of the things I'm most pissed off about with the series
definitely
finale.
a good heel.
Do you guys remember when the Deep got kicked out of the 7 and he had to go to like that ultra Christian conservative like rehabilitation camp, and they just kept handing him sodas, and we were like, oh, these sodas definitely are doing something, and then that storyline got completely dropped. Like it was something out of Game of Thrones. Like that shit got dropped so fucking hard. I'd love to know what was in those sodas.
What was what was in them?
I don't know.
The
They never told us. They just dropped that storyline completely. They were like, fuck this. We're getting out of here. But I do love how the Deep and Black Noir have a podcast together, and the Deep's he's got like he's in the manosphere, which is pretty much fucking dead. The Justin Theroux documentary was a load of horse shit. If you watch the documentary, I highly recommend going on YouTube and then watching like behind the scenes footage, because it is that should be the real documentary. The real documentary should be about how that documentary got made, like a Thin Blue Line. You know what I'm talking about? Because like Justin Theroux fucked himself royally trying to go after the manosphere. And like what he did is he like twisted the content, like, you know, for his point of view. But the problem is that everyone in the manosphere is used to this. So they also recorded, like separately, secretly, they also recorded all the interactions. So every time Justin Theroux tries to manipulate the situation in the editing room.
Justin Trudeau.
No, not Justin Trudeau. He's Justin Trudeau, son of allegedly Fidel Castro.
Yeah, Castro.
Who's dating Katy Perry.
Great
Great guy. Who doesn't love good old Fidel and Perry? Baby, if you're a communist, baby, let your communist. Yeah, you'll be a bag floating in the wind because you're trying to leave the country because it's communist.
Fidel Castro had like thousands of children.
Him and Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
All right, double
hundreds.
pause. Let's
sure.
talk about this for a second. Double pause. Jeffrey Epstein. Everyone's like, oh,
wait, are we getting into? Oh no!
Here's
don't go into Caribbean politics.
No. You know about New Mexico, right? You know about the ranch in New Mexico, right? So like he's got several properties. Yeah, everyone knows about the ranch in New Mexico. Everyone
you got cattle. You go and breed them, and you.
You're breeding something.
Kind of ranch are you talking about?
You're breeding something, but it's not cattle.
What are you talking about? Oh my! No. Oh.
So the idea was everyone's talking about how Jeffrey Epstein had this plan for epigenetics, right? He thought his semen and his DNA was superior, so he had a plan to impregnate hundreds and hundreds of women. The fuck was he doing for 20 or 30 years? Yeah. Having sex with these women and pulling out? Like, this is the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my entire life. What was his plan? Was for eugenics. He's got white ass hair. He must have been in his 50s or 60s. He was definitely doing it. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of Epstein babies walking around this country. Not a problem in my book. They have no idea. But it's definitely happened. The fact that fucking mainstream media and all these fucking, kooky people and independent media haven't called this out yet is mind-blowing to me. Like, oh, it was his plan for epigenetics. Bro knows how sperm count works. Heavens. He was doing this for a long fucking time. That's just my opinion. This is my take. Because I have two brain cells.
So justice will be served at one point.
No, justice won't be served. No, he's in Israel. He's in Israel, dude. We'll never get him.
I mean, you gotta.
And what, Jelaine? Justice for Jelaine, where she's playing pickleball 5 times a week?
Argo, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, Force. Is Jeffrey Epstein dead?
Yeah, like what do you like? Okay, so
wait, what is
this dude? I mean, but it's a character. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to this story. It's not just one person. There's hundreds, if not
Yeah, there's
thousands, of people.
allegedly Leon Black,
Right.
Lex Wessner,
And
Bill Clinton, Bill
okay,
Gates, all the Bills.
if you would imagine their combined net worth, what could that net worth like?
Oh,
What
it's
protection
all
could
the net worth.
that net worth?
It's all the net worth. He was
You know
so
what I mean?
connected. He was so connected. Guys, you don't
I
understand.
can buy 1 billion bodyguards. Like, there's no limit to what people can do when they're all connected. So.
Buy 1 billion bodyguard. He could buy a dead body. That's not a problem at all. You can buy a little CIA
Yeah,
mask.
exactly.
Yeah, no, this is so.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, he's alive, guys.
And that's the story. I mean,
There's just so much overwhelming evidence that he did not. Oh, I won't say he's alive. There's so much overwhelming evidence that he did not die in his jail cell, which obviously concludes you to being him, meaning he's alive. But you know who's still alive? Also by the, I was going to say grace of God, but Epstein's not alive by the grace of God. Epstein's alive by the grace of Mossad. Oh, that's just a rhyme, guys. I'm just rhyming. I'm not meaning anything at all. But Terror. We had a close call with Terror. Oh, well, that's ironic. We're not talking about those guys still. We're talking about the dog Terror. He eats a chocolate souffle or some shit from the trash can.
Yeah, Frenchie kind of fucked up and just.
I mean, did he fuck up? He made something bad and he threw it away. I feel like it's the owner's fault for letting the dog eat through the trash. 110%. There needs to be some accountability in this world, and it starts with dog owners. Can we all agree with that? Comment down below if you don't fucking agree with that. But like, you know, control your fucking humping ass, horny ass dog. Because we do get a POV scene. We get a couple POV scenes
I've been
of Terror.
it's all right.
But does your dog fantasize about you holding a piece of meat and then rubbing your butt, saying "Come fuck this butthole" or whatever? Like whatever. That was so like obviously Terror. If you read the comics, he's the best character. He's just a horny dog. He dry humps everything. You get it from the very beginning.
It's really all the Boys series in essence is basically just a PSA about getting your pets fixed.
Yes,
that's really what it's all about.
Neutered and not eating chocolate.
Well, I mean, 69%.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, you know how hard it must be for joke writers right now? Like, 3 years ago, you're going to make a joke, you need a funny number. You just say 69, and everyone laughs like, 69. But now, joke writers have a moral quandary going on right now. Do you say 69?
This is exactly why I did that, by the way.
Do you say 69 to get laughter from the millennials, the Gen X, the boomers, whatever? Or do you say 67 to get laughs from the Gen Z and Gen Alpha? Like, that's the real question. Like, do I end my punchline with a 6'9" or a 6'7" now? And no one knows the answer to that question, except probably people on TikTok.
Ooh.
I would just sort of say, 6.
Yeah.
Whatever
happened to 40? Whatever happened to 42 being the answer to the universe? 42, 43, one of those. I don't know. I never knew the answer to the universe, so I still don't know it. Look, we get a POV of Sister Sage. She talks to the Vice President Voldemort, with her little face in the back, Ashley, who can read minds, but she can't speak telepathically, so she's gotta say it out loud. Sister Sage has a grand plan to release the virus so the Supes and the humans attack each other, and then they all kill each other, and then she can just read in peace. And again, I'm gonna steal a little bit from.
So stupid.
I'm going to steal a little bit from heavy spoilers here. Apparently, that's an episode from The Twilight Zone where the guy just wants to read
Yeah, exactly,
books,
exactly.
and then he breaks his glasses after like a nuclear Armageddon, so everyone's dead. So he
Yep.
can just read the library,
Oh,
but his glasses
That was
break.
one of my favorite
and
episodes.
this was
of the
before
Twilight Zone.
audiobooks too.
Great.
Yeah,
I guess I
was it
couldn't
also
say,
was it
because,
also
well,
was it also
Homelander-
before eyeglass shops? Like, could he not just go into a surf shop and then buy like the same pair of glasses? What was?
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to find his prescription though because he can't read. I don't know.
All right, man. I don't know. You just
It made more sense in the 60s.
Yeah. You just keep putting on people's glasses until you find the right prescription. Sorry, I watched
Right.
enough Gilligan's Island to know that you can
Well-
just find another pair of glasses.
Well, if you watch the episode, like the Earth's just been ravaged by nuclear war or something.
Right.
But apparently,
Yes.
it's okay for me to walk outside, but like all the buildings are demolished.
But the
So he might not be
library's
able to
still
find
there.
food.
The library's still there.
Yeah, but he can only read until he starves to death. You know.
You got a good 14 days. What is that? The Lord of the Rings trilogy, if you try hard enough. Maybe a little bit of Harry Potter before Snape turns black. I'm kidding.
But he'll. I don't think
Snape's
that'll
never
happen
black
just
in the
with
books. Yeah, Snape's never black in the books.
Well, you could say Hermione is black because all that Rowling says to describe her is that she has brown hair. So,
Whoa,
you know,
and she calls her
just
a
imagine Hermione.
mudblood. She calls her a mudblood, and we all know how bigoted J.K. Rowling is. So
Wizards are. But you can be a mudblood of any race. It's a
could have been
derogatory
part-
term.
I'm not going to say it, but yeah.
But yeah, we'll
There's an
we'll
array.
see.
Let's think of a
later.
rainbow. Humanity is like a rainbow. All kinds of colors and all kinds of people.
nah, dude, I'm a
And it's
1990s
beautiful.
liberal.
Have you ever looked in the sky and seen a rainbow? You're like, wow.
All right, so I was thinking about this the other day. You know, like words have their own definitions. So, like, if I said rainbow, and I think of like what a rainbow is, and I said rainbow to you, you would think of like what a rainbow is based on your own personal experience, right? You would have your own picture of a rainbow. But if we all said double rainbow, we'd all think of the YouTube video double rainbow, right? Like it's like the shared experience. It's a shared definition. So like as our media splits off, we are losing our shared definitions. So like when you're like, hey man, did you see House the other week? I'm like, are you talking about House the TV show, or are you talking about housing prices? Like there's a big divide. Whereas, you know, in 1999, if you were like, have you seen Seinfeld last week? I know exactly what you're talking about. That's a joke. Obviously, Seinfeld's a very unique name versus House, which is also a name and a noun. There's works to these jokes. There's levels, but they're all there. And so that's the important part is recognition. And you know who we got to recognize this episode was Mr. Marathon, aka X-A-Train. We've heard about him before. Mr. Marathon used to be in the 7,
R.I.P.
but he slowed down, and A-Train took his place. Because what? There can only be one fastest man in the world, according to Homelander and math. Last time I checked, there can only be one Highlander. But I really liked it. Mr. Marathon was played by Jared. You're going to have to forgive me on this last name. Padalecki? Jared Padalecki. It was a supernatural reunion. All right, you've got Kripke, Eccles, and and Jared. It was the cast of fucking Supernatural, guys. It's not my fault. Get a last name like Smith. Something we can pronounce. Padalecki. That's actually way cooler than Smith. It's not his fault, it's mine. Padalecki is a cool fucking last name. Padalecki. I like it. Jared Padalecki? I don't know about that. Paul Padalecki? Yeah. If his parents were cooler, they'd name him Paul. Anyway, we're going on. This podcast isn't about what you should name your kids. Name your kids after comic book characters, right? Like, go for the alliteration. Paul Padalecki. You know, something like that. Something strong. You know, they don't call him Bruce Wayne for nothing.
They don't.
That's sarcasm, guys. It's called being facetious. All right, so we talked about the poker scene, but let's get into it. These Hollywood writers are playing poker, just talking this shit. Meanwhile, Homelander has super hearing, so he hears all their shit talking. But look, it's a motley crew of characters from Seth Rogen to McLovin. The most important
what
part
will kill Homelander? That's the
radiation plus the virus. That's the virus will kill Homelander. Radiation look like uranium radiation from the last episode. Look like that close. I would imagine they're going to use both of them, but because why introduce that if you're not going to do it? That's still hoping that they have good writing on the staff. But it's hilarious. Like they're all talking like black squares, and they were like, "Oh, that's Black Lives Matter." And they were like, "Let's do a blue square. Well, that's like for the police and stuff like that." And the writers were like, "Look, we'll get the Atlantic involved." It's just like it seemed very meta about how shitty Hollywood writers were, but I know it was written by Hollywood writers, so I don't understand why they would do that.
Might have been kind of like a fringe or rebel group of.
I mean, it's Seth Rogen, and one of the best parts of the whole episode is Seth Rogen. He's like, "Oh, I don't smoke weed. I just do that. That's my brand. That's the character I play. I don't smoke weed." Like Seth Rogen saying he doesn't smoke weed is one of the. I just think it's funny. It's one of the funniest things in my life. But let's just break it down. They don't fucking matter. They're literally cannon fodder. So Mr. Marathon turns on them, and who uses it? Is it Soldier Boy? Starts taking these riders and just throwing him in front of Homelander, or no, in front of Mr. Marathon. So Mr. Marathon like runs through them and stops. Like. He's like trying to escape.
Oh my gosh!
Using literal meat shields. He's using these riders as literal meat shields.
Was dramatic. That was
so funny. It's like, he just keeps running, and then Soldier Boy just moves another person in front. That was great. Mr. Marathon has a ton of Puff Baby oil, which is clearly a nod.
Yeah, I did not.
It was terrible.
Which I did not understand until I watched like a recap.
And you're like, "Oh, is that P. Diddy?" I had no idea that was P. Diddy. But I do like how I was like, at first I thought it was like a throwaway gag, but then in the end they used that so Mr. Marathon slips on it, which is pretty funny. And then let's just get right down to it.
This is pretty funny.
Soldier Boy snitches. That son of a bitch. He's starting to like Homelander. As a dad, I get it. I get it. You want to like your kid, even if your kid's a piece of shit. I mean, I don't get that part. My kid's wonderful and 2.5. Doesn't have time to fucking ruin the whole world.
There's still time.
There's still plenty of time. But like,
you never know, man.
Homelander, Soldier Boy
might become.
Yeah, Soldier Boy 2 and 3. No, not my watch. That's for damn sure. Soldier Boy hated Homelander episodes 2, 3, 4, but we're on 5 now, and like Homelander is like, or Soldier Boy's starting to like Homelander. He's growing on
like Stockholm syndrome.
Is it Stockholm syndrome? Yeah. Stock parent syndrome. Because I mean, he was still sleeping with Firecracker, so he doesn't like him that much. But he does start to like him enough to snitch on Firecracker, which ultimately gets her killed. So Firecracker just has, Firecracker had coitus, was intimate, was ungodly, was not mean the commandments when she slept with Soldier Boy. But in the pillow talk afterwards, she talked more about how she just wasn't feeling that Homelander was like not just the son of God, but was God himself. And then Soldier Boy, once he was feeling up to it, just let Homelander know. And how that end? Not too good. It was a very traumatic death. Good. Like, I felt like she was going to die. I just didn't see an eagle wing to the forehead as her cause of death.
Eagle wing to the forehead. How? I mean, dude, that was crazy.
That was wild. Honestly. And fast. And I was like, holy shit. Like, we got 3 more episodes. Yeah.
Writers, dude.
Dude, we gotta start. I was like, we
Like,
got 3 more
real.
episodes. We gotta start killing these people off.
The writers of The Boys are so creative in how people die. And
Well,
when
They
I,
have to be.
when I was young, me and my brother used to like come up with ways how we would kill each other. And yeah, it's pretty good.
I asked my wife
Like,
that
it's
once,
comparable.
and she was
Yeah.
like, "I'd feed your body to the pigs." She was like, "I'll feed your dead bodies to the pigs."
Wait,
So,
she
like,
ripped off. She ripped
Dude,
off.
literally,
Snitch?
me and my
Snatch?
brother would like come up with ways with how we
it's not. It's not a bad strategy. Why pigs do eat fucking anything. So, like, all I'm saying is, if this podcast goes missing, look for the closest pig farm. No, I'm kidding. My marriage is great. She's just funny as hell. Guys, that is episode 5 of The Boys. I know we're a week behind.
It was great.
Plus
Sorry, I
getting this
spoiled
out.
the end early.
No,
Shoot.
I mean,
I feel terrible. I might
Don't.
have to.
do some what? Crucifixions? Do some Hail Marys?
Yeah, well, I'm Catholic, so I'm going to probably lash my back.
There you go, you
Yeah.
albino. Speaking of lashing your back and the Da Vinci Code, I heard a great joke the other day. Why do albinos eat the best ass?
Because they're
Because they already have pink eye. It's such a bad joke. It stuck with me. Dude, I don't remember any one-liners, but that was such a bad joke when someone told me.
I'm hyperventilating.
I was like, like that's seared in my brain. Yeah, dude, it's such a bad joke.
I just took a piss and I come back to this. Come on.
Yeah. And that's why you're going to come back next week. Make sure to hit subscribe. Helps us
every
out.
week.
Yes. Every week our
And if you
scheduling
don't,
allows
I'll
us.
feed you a knuckle sandwich.
I will tell you this: if you want us
I
to
know I
post
won't.
more regularly or more often, hit the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the more I can validate spending this time to my wife
On this
editing,
endeavor.
posting, and everything else in between. Guys, thank you so much. Do we have
is
any
that
final
fair?
thoughts on the boys before we end this episode?
Hopefully, it's next episode is better. Less celebrities and more story.
Yeah, less.
Or-
You're right. You're right, Argo.
Joke's on you. Ed's going to show up. Ed.
Now,
Ed.
do y'all want to play some?
Stop
Is
that.
it too late
Guys,
for Halo?
I would.
No,
I'm gonna go to bed, but
it's never too late.
we'll,
What was the redhead? Ed Sheeran. That's it. All right, I'll finish the joke. This is next episode. Ed Sheeran. Speaking of next episode, make sure you hit like and subscribe so you can watch the next episode of us breaking down the boys, plus everything else that's coming out this year. We're talking about Black Snape. We're talking about hit movies. There's a lot of other stuff coming out. I can't think of it at the moment.
Yeah,
Forrest, do you know?
there will be things. Forrest, you are
like movies,
you are
movies,
the-
Movies,
movies?
TV
Yeah.
shows we're covering.
Forrest knows everything.
Spider Noir.
Spider Noir. That's right. And guys, you have to smash that subscribe button because we're going to do not just one, but 2 movie breakdowns. That's right. We're doing it in color and black and white. And then for those who don't want to hit subscribe and find out for fun, we'll most likely just do the podcast in color, and then I'll run it through a filter and take all the color out, and then we'll release the same podcast in black and white. So it's not going to be 2 different podcasts. It's probably going to be the same podcast.
What do you do?
Like them. Like they have the movie in color and they have the movie in black and white. So we're going to do the review in color, and then we'll do the review in black and white as well. For the diehards
Wait,
out
why don't we
there.
just? We should just release it in reverse. Like,
Well, we're not trying to summon the devil. I'm not into that. I'm not into that reverse audio speak. What is this? Pink Floyd? What is this? The Wizard of Oz? No, thank you, sir. But we thank you, sirs, and the 5 ladies out there watching this podcast. We really appreciate it. Forrest, go ahead and sign us off. Let them
We
know
do.
where- I'll let you know where you can find us.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can find us at ZZL's Podcast on Twitter, X, Instagram, and YouTube. Also, Zeitgeist Zealots Podcast on TikTok, but we're shadow banned, so you'll never find us there.
Also, Forrest, who is your barber?
Yeah, your haircut looks great this week.
No idea.
Come on.
I have no idea their
Wait.
name. It's like a different person every time I go.
Oh. Okay.
So, all right. Well, I'm signing off.
Speaking
Listen,
of
everyone.
different
I'm
people,
Forrest.
Major.
And I'm Tip.
Bye, guys.
Peace out, y'all.